Donnie, we are live. I have to flip a switch. As soon as I'm live, I flip a switch. Mentally, spiritually, energetically, I just automatically tap in. I'm live, I don't flip the switch. What's today? It's Saturday, May 30th, 2026. Yesterday was my G Day. Happy G Day, Gemini Day. We officially 2026. 2K26. It's official now. I've been claiming it. I've been claimed it. But it's official. It's a official checkpoint. We done passed the checkpoint. What was it? Yesterday, you know what I'm saying? It was all love. It was all love. And that's all that matters. You know what I mean? It was all love. That's all that matters. And the fact that it was all love, I can't fail. Failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. The fact that it was all love, failure is not an option. Failure is not an option at this point. Because it was all love. You know what I mean? It's all love. Like, I can't complain about anything. You know what I mean? And I know. I feel it. I feel something. I don't know. Really, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? I done called on something. I don't know what. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I done did so much work when it came to just energy. I done did so much soul shadow work. Something gonna drop on me to where, like, I'm not even gonna be surprised, but at the same time, I'm gonna be like, after all this time, finally. But until then, I feel it though. I feel it. I really feel it. But I still, okay. You still have to have that patience. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared. Expect the unexpected. And the only way that I could truly explain it is, like, man, everything been feeling like it was since, I ain't gonna lie, since the past month. This whole month, May, my month, my season, everything felt like it's just been slow motion. I ain't gonna lie, everything felt like it been slow motion. It didn't. My energy been shifting. I'm coming into a whole nother, like, I'm learning about myself, like, things that I never even knew. I'm discovering things about myself that I never even knew. All at once. It's too much. And I'm like, okay. I gotta really take a step back. You know what I mean? Because if the universe drop it all up on me right now, am I gonna know what to do with it? If it all lands in my lap right now, am I gonna be able to know how to move? Do I have the plans, the objectives, everything mapped out, trapped out to where, like, we just gotta take action. You know what I mean? Until then, you know what I'm saying? Look, I know it's on the way. I can't be, what's the word? I can't be, Like, I can't be, like, anxiously anticipating. You know what I'm saying? Just anxiously, like, waiting or anxiously, like, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just let that be. I'm going to just let that be. Anyway. It's been a minute since I've been live, so I'm just talking. But we about to hop into... My bad. College accounting 101, a contemporary approach. I got a discussion board due 11:59 tonight. That means I gotta read chapter 4 and chapter 5. The discussion post is on chapter 5, but I didn't read chapter 4, and I don't want to skip to chapter 5 without reading chapter 4, because I know it's gonna build. Chapter 5 is built upon chapter 4. Each chapter is like, you know what I'm saying? Look, it all builds up. It all adds up. Each chapter. Anyway, I read chapter 1. I really read chapter 1, 2, and 3. I read chapter 1 live. I read chapter 2 and 3 on my own timing. Now, I still gotta do it live. I'm chopping up this whole book live. We chopped up chapter 1. But I just read the chapter. I didn't do the discussion questions. I didn't do the critical thinking problem. And they just got some, like, questions and answers to do, like, just some, you know what I mean? Nothing too bad, chapter 1. I'm just saying, like, I gotta go through this whole book. That's all I'm saying. I gotta go through this whole book. I can't cheat myself. You know what I'm saying? It's 2026. You 26. This ain't high school. You know what I'm saying? And people crap on college. Whether it's university, community college. I'm in community college. Look, people shit on... Nowadays, people be shitting on education. Not me. I'm taking it seriously. I was floating for a little bit because me in school, I mean, growing up through the traditional school system, public schools, this and that, having to go to school, it wasn't really for me. I feel like, honestly, my bad, my alarm been going for the whole time. Anyway, I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like me growing up, going to school was a complete waste of time. I feel like if I was in a program or if I was in some type of program activity or anything other than school and just putting energy into something else besides school, not saying, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I feel like school was a waste of time for me, to be honest. I mean, I went through it. I got my GED. You know what I'm saying? I have my GED. I have my high school equivalency. So, I ain't finished traditional high school. I just went on ahead and test out. I test out like 10th. Like, I didn't only took one semester of 10th grade. And I tested out because really it was my mom's idea, because my grade, I wasn't doing no fucking work. I'm gonna just be real. I was really, you know what it was? Man, bro, really, when I went to school, I went to Independence High School, Arizona, man. It was so many Mexicanas up in there. It was so many, you know what I'm saying? Bonita, hermosa, salsita, you know what I'm saying? Just, Mexicanas. And it's so many, man, so many girls, bro. And, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man, I wasn't thinking about no classwork, bro. I was not thinking about no classwork. I wouldn't worry about. Man, I had fun in photography class. I had fun in Spanish class, but I always got in trouble, so it made it lame. I fell asleep in math. I had how do I say this without being I'm gonna just say it. I had a blonde hair, blue eye, Caucasian, about 6'2", Caucasian male teaching me about history. Man, I ain't do none of that shit. That's what made my mom pissed, though. She was mad. But, like, man, come on. How do you expect me to learn history? And I ain't saying it like that. I ain't saying it like that. But, like, going up through, like, let's be real. I'm the only black. I'm the only. Come on. And then that's another thing, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, growing up, you know what I'm saying, I've been put in situations where I'm the only young black man. You know what I mean? I'm not afraid of it. But, you know what I mean? I had to be through that. I had to go through that. Plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? And I really, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? But the first couple of times, I was like, you want me to do homework about trying to teach me about a Chinese dynasty? This shit don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? He talking about he talking about, man, we was learning about China. Look, shout out to China. But nothing he was talking about makes sense to me. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I don't know why I'm talking about that. Maybe I had to get it off my chest. My experience with school. My experience with school is like, bro, I'm applying myself this go around. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna lie. I'm applying myself this go around. That's why it hit different for me. Cause I'm like, bro, I gotta take this seriously. It's an opportunity. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna, my dad told me, my father told me, it never ends. It never stops. Education never stops. And the thing about it is, it's not that I ever stopped learning. It's not that I never, you know what I'm saying? I always took courses though. That's another thing. It's not that, you know, school is a bad thing or school is something that I don't like. It's just really what I'm willing to apply myself to. And this accounting, we gonna do this. I'm gonna go all the way with it. I'm all in. And that's what I wanted to name this live. I forgot what I named the live. Lucky StarZ 777. Lucky StarZ, capital Z, 777. That's a good title too. Donnie, Lucky StarZ 777. That's how I was supposed to start the video. Anyway, this a freestyle anyway. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get way more refined with my live streams, cause I just be chopping it up. You know what I mean? From the get go. Like it's people, ain't nobody even watching me. I just be chopping it up anyway. That's my alarm. It's 8:03. Okay. That alarm goes off 7:33. It's 8:03 right now. So what? How many minutes? Oh, that's about like that's a half an hour. So okay. I've been talking too much. Oh, and let me show you this. This is my accounting journal. anything accounting related that I'm learning will be going. I will be journaling in this journal. Anything that's in this book going in this journal. So yeah, that's what it is. And I mean, we might as well hop right into it, because like I said, I'm gonna give accounting my all. I don't know where this shit gonna take me. I don't know where I'm going with it, really. And honestly, I told my people, like, yeah, I'm taking accounting. I done switched up my classes. I'm taking accounting. You know what I mean? I done finally decided I'm gonna lock in with accounting. Everybody done was like, yo, that's a great idea. So if I got the support, man, ain't no way I could fail myself. You know what I mean? Everybody rooting for me to, like, you know what I mean, see this through. You know? Because it don't end with college. It don't end with a degree, associates, a bachelor's, a master's, or doctorate. It don't never end. It don't never end. It don't end. So, you know, you better start. This is the beginning. You know what I mean? This is the beginning. So, with that being said, we got some reading to do. I have some reading to do. And it's 8:03 right now, man. I might as well hop into it. Oh, yeah. I know I ain't supposed to be drinking no Red Bull. Includes 26 grams added sugars. Total sugar is 26 grams. So how many? That's 20, 40, 52 grams of sugar. Ingredients: carbonated water, sugar, glucose, citric acid, taurine, natural and artificial flavors, sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, magnesium. Sodium bicarbonate is baking soda. Magnesium carbonate, colors, caffeine, niacinamide, pyridoxine, HC1, vitamin B6, calcium pantothenate, that's crazy. I need a Red Bull to start reading, to get me going on some, you know what I mean? To get me going, I need a Red Bull. I ain't gonna lie. You ever see somebody with a Red Bull helmet? They might take off flying. For real. You see somebody with a Red Bull helmet, just know they might be, you don't know what skill set they have, but they talented. Somebody got a Red Bull helmet. Just think about a Red Bull TV, a Red Bull helmet. People be doing amazing things. And they all be sponsored by Red Bull. That's one thing I'm learning with accounting too. Business. That's what accounting all about. The language of business. And just in everyday life. Everyday life. Just think how businesses are intertwined with our lives. I'm drinking a Red Bull right now. Red Bull is a, man, multi-billion-dollar company. I bet. Come on now. And ever since I've been reading accounting too, and I've been live for 20 minutes. Okay. After I say this, I'm about to just start reading. ever since I've been like tuned in with the accounting, I've been reading. I've been seeing 12.2 billion, 150 million. I've been seeing numbers. I've been seeing numbers. That's all I can say. 777 billion. Some crazy shit. Like I'm reading numbers like, this is good for me. This is I'm liking this, you know what I mean? And then I'm learning about, okay, assets, liabilities, investments, and okay, we gonna keep going. We gonna keep going. Cause where was this all my life? You know what I'm saying? This is what's going to really generate wealth over a century of time, you know what I mean? And you the founder, you know? Let's tap in. Chapter 4. Let me sip the Red Bull one more time. Okay. I think I'm stalling. Let me not spaz out. Okay. Chapter 4. How many times am I gonna say chapter 4? Chapter 4. The General Journal and General Ledger. Okay. Tap in. Listen. www.boeing.com. Sponsor me. Boeing was founded by William Boeing in 1916 as Pacific Aero Products. The company's name was changed to Boeing a year later. In 1917, Boeing... That's that magnesium carbonate. Sorry. From the top. The General Journal and the General Ledger. www.boeing.com. Boeing was founded by William Boeing in 1916 as Pacific Aero Products. The company's name was changed to Boeing a year later. In 1917, Boeing employed 28 people. Today, Boeing employs more than 140,000 people globally. Boeing also utilizes the talents and skills of hundreds and thousands of individuals who work for Boeing suppliers worldwide, including 1.3 million people at 13,600 U.S. companies. With corporate headquarters in Chicago, Illinois, Boeing is the world's largest aerospace company, the leading manufacturer of commercial jetliners and defense, space, and security systems, and the leading service provider of aftermarket support. As America's largest manufacturing exporter, the company supports airlines in U.S. and allied government customers in more than 150 countries. Boeing products and tailored services include commercial and military aircraft, satellites, weapons, electronics and defense systems, launch systems, advanced information and communication systems, and performance-based logistics and training. Man, that's everything. That's high tech. You know what I mean? Everything the government need, they doing business with Boeing. That's high tech right there. Satellites, military aircraft. What else they say? Information and communication systems, radars, and man, logistics, performance-based logistics, and bruh, that's high tech. That's advanced tech. That's future. Man, Boeing is the future. Boeing is the world's second largest defense company. Who's the first? Boeing is the world's second largest defense company. Its defense, space, and security is the only aerospace business offering products and capabilities allowing its customers to meet mission requirements from the seabed to outer space. Boeing also serves a diverse customer base, but its portfolio is focused in 5 key areas: commercial derivatives, military rotorcraft, human space exploration, satellites, and autonomous systems and services. In 2019, Boeing recorded $76.6 billion in sales. In 2020, Boeing was ranked 54th on a Fortune magazine Fortune 500 list and 121st on the Fortune Global 500 list. In 2019, Boeing global reputation, commercial business, and financial ratings suffered after the 737 MAX was grounded worldwide following 2 fatal crashes in the late 2018 and 2019. In May 2020, the company cut over 12,000 jobs due to the drop in air travel during the pandemic. I ain't gonna say it. The pandemic. We all remember the pandemic. With plans for a total 10% cut of its workforce, or approximately 16,000 positions. In late October 2020, Boeing announced a layoff of 30,000 employees, in addition to the 16,000 layoffs previously announced. So with that 46,000, wait, no, that's 46. They said 16,000 positions. And then 30,000 extra employees got cut. The pandemic, I mean, that was what a time to be alive, right? These later rounds of layoffs were due to Boeing increasingly losing money due to the due to the pandemic. Boeing derives its income from sales and products and the sales of services. For the calendar year ended December 31st, 2020, Boeing reported total revenue of $58.158 billion and a net operating loss of $12.767 billion. Total revenues decreased substantially in 2020 compared to a total revenue of $776 billion, $776.559 billion. Am I saying that right? 776 point. They got a decimal right there. 776.559 billion, or is it 776.559? That don't sound right. Just say 776.559 billion. Right. In 2019. So let me read that over. Total revenue decreased substantially in 2020 compared to the total revenue of 776.559 billion in 2019. And the net operating loss recorded in 2020 of 12.776 billion grew substantially from the total operating loss of 1.975 billion reported in 2019. Okay. I mean, the whole world was locked down. Do y'all remember 2020? The whole world was locked down, man. Bro, what a time to be alive. Man, We don't know what's next. And best believe. Okay, you better be getting yourself. You better be prepared. Expect the unexpected. What I say? I know I said that earlier in this stream. Be prepared. Expect the unexpected. That's my look. I'm gonna make sure I say that. That's one of my sayings. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my everybody that, you know what I'm saying, they do the content, or even if you make music or whatever it is, you know what I mean? You might have a certain go-to saying, a few of them. You might have an arsenal of a lingo, you know what I'm saying? Be prepared. Expect the unexpected. We survived. Not everybody survived 2020. Not everybody survived. And the whole world was shut down. It was a airborne. Yo, don't you know how crazy that is? It was an airborne virus. Had people coughing and I don't know. Look, honestly, during that time, I claimed health and wealth. I been chose health and wealth. I said, look, I'm gonna wear my mask. People bitching about wearing a mask. I'm gonna wear my mask, and I'm gonna social distance, and I'm gonna stay out the way, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, gonna still do my push-ups, you know what I'm saying, squats in the grass, you know what I'm saying, ground myself. You know, during that time, I'm like, I'm not about to get caught up. Anyway, be prepared, expect the unexpected, because what's next? We 2026. 2030, what's next? They say I remember, you know what I'm saying, they were like 2030, New World Order. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was pushing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? They were pushing that like 2030 is the date that the New World Order is in full effect and shit. Look, all I'm saying is, nah. Nobody expected 2020. Nobody expected that. So be prepared, expect the unexpected, because it already done happened. It already done went down. We already got a taste for it. Now we back in action. You know what I'm saying? Now we back in action. I mean, of course, the economy and the state of the world right now, and everything is at a faster pace. Everything is, you know, I don't, man, honestly, bro, I think there's an opportunity amidst all the chaos. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on in the world, and it's always going to be like that. But I feel like there's opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And there's no lack. The world is abundant. This is you know what I'm saying? This world is plentiful. I'm going to get my slice. I'm going to get my couple slices. I'm going to get a whole pie. I'm going to have an arsenal of pies. I'm going to have a baker. I'm going to have a few bakeries. I'm going to have, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my goods. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have my goods. And yeah, let me get back to this reading, man. Let me get back to it. Boeing has survived 2 turbulent years of significant internal and external challenges. Undoubtedly, the future of the company is bright, given that the company is currently holistically reviewing every aspect of how it operates in 5 key transformation pillars: infrastructure, overhead and organization, portfolio and investments, supply chain health, and operational excellence. Thinking critically, how do you think Boeing would record the purchase of a new manufacturing equipment that will be used for several years? Learning objectives. 4-1, record transactions in the general journal. 4-2, prepare compound journal entries. 4-3, post journal entries in the general ledger accounts. 4-4, correct errors made in the journal or ledger. 4-5, define the accounting terms new to this chapter. New terms: accounting cycle, audit trail, balanced ledger form, chronological order. I know chronological order. I know chronological order, but they gonna teach me it because I don't know how they use it. Compound entry, correcting entry, general journal, general ledger, journal, journalizing, ledger, posting. Okay. I'm glad I just bought this journal too. Before I went live, I was like, man, let me walk to Dollar Tree and give me a journal. And I was like, I like this one. My nana said it don't cost nothing to be kind. My nana said that. My nana said it don't cost anything to be kind. Okay. Section 1. Section objectives. 4-1. Record transactions in the general journal. Why it's important. Written records for all business transactions are necessary. The general journal acts as the diary of the business. 4-2. Prepare compound journal entries. Why it's important. Compound entries contain several debits or credits for a single business transaction, creating efficiencies in journalizing. Terms to learn: accounting cycle, audit trail, chronological order, compound entry, general journal, journalizing. Okay. Let's hop right into it. The general journal. I'm about to take my shoes off, man. I gotta get comfortable. Oh, shit. Hey. We've been live for 37 minutes. Man. I gotta do yard work tomorrow. I'm about to kick my feet up. I better do it, too. Man, it's gonna be the best, man. Look. Get it done. Don't let it grow out another week. Shorty thick with red braids. I had to say it. Shorty thick with red braids. You gotta love May, June, July. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love May, June, July. You know? You gotta love it. But I'm focused, though. I'm focused. I am. I ain't worried about no thick bit with no red braids. I ain't thinking about that. Red braids. Red braids. Yo, red braids. All white. With the short shorts, all white, red braids. Look, man. I can't focus on that, man. Like, that's why I say SR1K, you know what I mean? Because my nana talking about she wants some great grandbabies. Man, I'm not even on that. I'm trying to fuck with the accountant. I'm trying to fuck with business. You know what I mean? I'm really trying to, you know what I mean? Ain't no way I could fuck with nobody this time in my life, for real. And I'm trying to run it up, like, majorly. Like, I'm talking about once in a lifetime type timing. Once in a generation type timing. I'm trying to, bro, I can't be I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks good. I'm a man. It's, you know what I mean? Shit. I love that. But, man, come on, bro. I can't get caught up in that, like, you know what I mean, that energy. That's why I say SR1K. I don't care what nobody else say. I got to focus on what you know what I'm saying? I got to focus on self. Because what I say, 776 billion. The general journal, the accounting cycle, is a series of steps performed during each accounting period to classify, record, and summarize data for a business and to produce needed financial information. The first step in the accounting cycle is to analyze business transactions. You learn this skill in chapter 3. Fuck. Did I comprehend chapter 3? The second step in the accounting cycle is to prepare and record the business transactions. Okay, journals. Business transactions are recorded in a journal, which is a diary of business activities. The journal lists transactions in chronological order. That is, in the order in which they occur. Chronological order is in the order in which they occur. The journal is sometimes called the record of original entry because it is where transactions are first entered in the accounting records. There are different types of journals. This chapter will examine the general journal. You will become familiar with other journals in later chapters. Most corporations use accounting software to record business transactions. Industry-specific software is available for accounting firms, oil and gas companies, construction firms, medical firms, and any other industry-specific business enterprise. The general journal. Okay, sip on a Red Bull. The general journal. The general journal. The general journal is a financial record for entering all types of business transaction. The general journal is a financial record for entering all types of business transactions. Journalizing is the process of recording transactions in the general journal. Figure 4.1 shows the general journal for Eli's consulting services. Notice that the general journal has a page number. To record a transaction, enter the year at the top of the date column. In the date column, write the month and date on the first line of the first entry. After the first entry, enter the year and month only when a new page is started or when the year or the month changes. In the date column, write the day of each transaction on the first line of each transaction. In the description column, enter the account to be debited. Write the account name close to the left margin of the description column and enter the amount on the same line in the debit column. Enter the account to be credited on the line beneath the debit. Indent the account name about 1/2 inch from the left margin. Enter the amount on the same line in the credit column. None of that registered with me. I mean, I gotta see it. They're gonna show me in a minute. Hold on. Figure 1-1 objective. Record transactions in the general journal. Important. The diary of a business. The general journal is similar to a diary. The general journal details in chronological order the economic events of the business. What they call it, the diary of a business. Okay, I see what they talking about now. So it's a table. It's a table, and the table is named General Journal, page 1. Okay, the date. Let me show this. This is important. Brrr. Now, when they put the date, they put a 20x, then a 1. How do I know what year that is? Okay. It says step 1, record the year first, then the month and day. How do I know what year that is? Okay, I see November 6th. Record the debit first. Debit 100,000. Indent about 1/2 inch and record the credit. Credit 100,000. Indent again and write the description. Investment by owner. Trading. Okay. Let's keep going. So it says, then enter a complete but concise description of the transaction in the description column. What? Okay. It says, begin the description on the line following the credit. Okay. The description is indented about 1 inch from the left margin. Write account names exactly how they appear in the chart of accounts. This will minimize errors. When amounts are transferred from the general journal to the accounts. Okay. Leave a blank line between the general journal entries. Some accountants use this blank line to number each general journal entry. When possible, the journal entry description should refer to the source of the information. For example, the journal entry to record a payment should include the check number in the description. Document numbers are part of the audit trail. The audit trail is a chain of references that makes it possible to trace information, locate errors, and prevent fraud. The audit trail provides a means of checking the journal entry against the original data on the documents. I don't know if any of this is making sense right now. I'm gonna just be honest. I mean, I'm reading it, but like, I feel like this shit is going over my head a little bit. And all they talking about is how to fill out the general journal, really. Important. Audit trail. To maintain the audit trail, description should never... Whoa. Important. Audit trail. To maintain the audit trail, descriptions should refer to document numbers whenever possible. Okay. So it says, I mean, it is a Saturday. They lit. mean, that ain't really my cup of tea, though, to be honest with you. I mean, it's nice to see some yams, you know what I'm saying? Some cake. But, I mean, it ain't really, like, you know what I'm saying? Recording November transactions in the General Journal. In chapters 2 and 3, you learn a step-by-step method for analyzing business transactions. In this chapter, you will learn how to complete the journal entry for a business transaction in the same manner. Review the following steps before you continue. I wonder. Oh shit, man! I got a discussion post due tonight, and then I got assignments due every week on the 2nd. So, I mean, not every week on the 2nd, but every week on Tuesday. So, every Tuesday, I got assignments due for this class. So, I really need to be on it. Because I'm going to have assignments due for chapter 4 and I believe chapter 4. I got my Mac. I'm going to have to check. I'm not even sure. I got some... Alright, bro. Where I'm at with it, bro. Review the following steps before you continue. Okay, number 1. Analyze the financial event. Identify the accounts affected. Classify the accounts affected. Determine the amount of increase or decrease for each amount affected. Let me go over that again. So, review the following steps before you continue. So, 1, analyze the financial event. A, identify accounts affected. B, classify the accounts affected. C, determine the amount of increase or decrease for each account affected. 2, apply the rules of debit and credit. A, which account is debited for what amount? B, which account is credited for what amount? 3, make the entry in T account form. 4, record the complete entry in general journal form. Business transaction. On November 6th, Trey and Ellie withdrew $100,000 from personal savings and deposited it in a new business checking account for Eli's consulting services. Memorandum. It says to, from, date, subject. I contributed $100,000 from my personal savings. Okay. Analysis. A, the asset account cash is increased by $100,000. A, the owner's equity account, Trey and Eli Capital, is increased $100,000. Okay. Debit credit rules. Debit. Increases to asset accounts are recorded as debits. Debit cash for $100,000. Credit. Increase to the owner's equity account are recorded as credits. Credit. Trey and Eli Capital for $100,000. Okay. Okay, they showing me the T-count presentation. Cash. Increase, the capital increase. General journal entry. Okay. Business transaction. So it's really just showing me. Man. I don't know why. Man, I see it. Yo, I need some binoculars. I had some binoculars, bro. What I do with my binoculars? Cause I promise you. Why? Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what it is. And I ain't gonna say nothing crazy. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But all I know is that's why I'm SR. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if y'all hear the commotion. So this might not even make sense. I'm just talking to myself, you know what I mean? I see what's going on. You know what I mean? So I'm really speaking code to myself. You know. All I'm going to say is I'm going to stay focused. I'm on SR. We going to run up a generational bag of wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we going to set up hella bakeries all over the world. You know what I mean? We going to bake our pies. We going to bake our cakes. You know what I mean? We going to bake our cookies. You know what I mean? We going to bake our pasties. We going to have, you know what I'm saying? We going to have our goods, you know, and we going to have our merch, and we going to have our services, and we going to have our products, and we going to have our investments, and we going to have our assets, and we going to have trust funds and save sons and save some more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? And it's never ending, you know. And all I'm going to say is, you know, hopefully the Lord, you know what I mean? Look, hopefully the Lord, you know, I know the Lord ain't forget about me. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way the Lord forget about Donnie, you know. All I ask is, you know, who knows me better. Just send me someone that, you know, that's they mind is moldable. You know, for me, it's the brain. Anyway, I feel like this live stream too choppy. That's why I call them chop ups, cause I don't have no script. I don't be going off no script. Anyway, man, they showing me how they breaking it down. They showing me how it works, you know what I mean? So I'm just looking at it, you know, I'm gonna have to write this down, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do it right now? No. I got a discussion post due at 11:59 on chapter 5. So I really just need to read through this chapter 4, and I'm gonna have to go through chapter 5 too, man. Even if it's a stretch, even if I'm live for like 2 hour, 3 hour stretch, I just need to read it so I could at least, because I ain't gonna lie, I could say this now that I'm an hour in. I got a 0 on one of my discussion posts because I used AI. And she was like, nah, fool. You use AI, automatic 0. I'm like, how did she even know? I told AI be inconspicuous. You know what I'm saying? Make it seem like it's not you. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm using AI, make it seem like, man, she like, no. 0. I'm like, okay. So I gotta make it. I gotta have an authentic discussion post. So let me actually read. You know what I mean? So it's showing me business transaction. On November 7th, Eli's Consulting Services issued check 1001 for $5,000 to purchase a computer and other equipment. The asset account equipment is increased by $5,000. The asset account cash is decreased by $5,000. Debit credit rules. Increase to asset accounts are recorded as debits. Debit equipment for $5,000. Okay. Decreases to asset accounts are decreased. Decreases to asset accounts are recorded as credits. Credit cash for $5,000. Okay. I see how they do it. I did learn about that chapter 2 and 3. I did. Okay. And what is this? Oh, that's the check. Wait a minute. A business transaction. $5,000. It's showing me the general journal entry. Okay. November 7, equipment. $5,000 debit. Cash, $5,000 credit. Purchase equipment. Check 1001. To check numbers appear in the description and forms part of the audit trail for the transaction. What? The check appears in the description and forms part of the audit trail for the transaction. Business transaction. On November 10th, Eli Consulting Services purchased office equipment on account for $6,000. On account mean account payable. So it says analysis. The asset account equipment is increased by $6,000. The liability account payable is increased by $6,000. So it's showing me Office Plus, an invoice. Oh, so this is an invoice. Oh, this is what everything that they bought for $6,000. Okay. I see. So that's their receipt. But they got it on account payable. So I see how they did that. Increase to asset accounts are recorded as debits. Debit equipment for $6,000. Increase to liability accounts are recorded as credits. Credit accounts payable for $6,000. T account presentation equipment plus $6,000. Okay. So these are I'm learning different business transactions because they just bought some computer equipment, and then they bought some more computer equipment. They just bought some equipment for $5,000, and then some more equipment for $6,000 on account payable. Okay, so general journal entry. They made another journal entry of a transaction, business transaction. Okay. The date, November 10th. Description, the equipment is a debit, $6,000. Accounts payable, $6,000. Purchase equipment on account from. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. The supplier's name, Office Plus, and invoice number 2223 appear in the journal entry description form and form part of audit trail. Let me see. Yeah, it does. appear in journal description and form part of the audit trail for the transaction. The journal entry can be checked against the data on the original document, invoice 2223. Yep, okay. So another business transaction on November 28th. And look, I know this might seem like it's choppy. I'm just downloading these right now, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to make it make sense. You know, it's not much that I'm reading. I'm just looking at these journal entries that they just trying to break down to me, you know, these business transactions. No more Red Bull. What time is it? 8:54. Basically 9 o'clock. All right, man. I believe I can get through these 2 chapters now. That discussion post, 200 words or 200 characters. Are characters considered words or letters? Okay, let me see. Business transaction. On November 28th, Eli Consulting Services purchased supplies for $1,500 or $1,500. Check 1,002. Analysis. The asset account supplies is increased by 1,500. The asset account cash is decreased by 1,500. Debit credit rules. Debit increases, the asset accounts are recorded as debits. Debit supplies for 1,500. Okay, I see that. That's the T account presentation. Okay. Credit decreases to asset accounts are recorded as credits. Credit cash for 1,500. Okay. And then every journal entry, every business transaction has to be recorded in the general journal entry. Okay. They got the date, November 28th. Description, supplies, debit, 1,500. Cash was the source of payment. Cash, credit, 1,500, and the description of the purchase was purchase supplies, check, with a check, 1,500. Okay. It says Sergio Sanchez decided to reduce the firm's debt to Office Plus. Recall that the firm had purchased equipment on account in the amount of $6,000 on November 30th. Eli Consulting Services issued a check to Office Plus. Sergio Sanchez analyzed the transaction and recorded the journal entry as follows. On November 30th, Eli Consulting Services paid Office Plus $2,500 and partial payment of invoice 2223, check 1,003. The asset account cash is decreased by 2,500. The liability accounts payable is decreased by 2,500. Now, when they writing these checks, why do they look like that? Okay. Debit credit rules. Decreases to liability accounts are recorded as debits. Debit accounts payable for 2,500. Decreases to asset accounts are recorded as credits. Credit cash for 2,500. T account presentation. Okay. And then another general journal entry, date November 30th, accounts payable. Okay, cash. Okay. Notice that the general journal description column includes 3 important items for the audit trail. Supplier's name, yes. Invoice number and check number, yes, I see that. In the general journal, always enter debits before credits. This is the case even if the credit item is considered first when mentally analyzing the transaction. Eli's Consulting Services issued a check in November to pay December and January rent in advance. Recall that the right to occupy facilities is considered a form of property. Sergio Sanchez analyzed the transaction and recorded the journal entry as follows. On November 30th, Eli Consulting Services wrote a check 1004 for $8,000 to pay rent for December and January. The asset account prepaid rent is increased by $8,000. The asset account cash is decreased by $8,000. Debit credit rules. Debit increases to asset accounts are recorded as debits. Debit prepaid rent for $8,000. Credit decreases to asset accounts are recorded as credits. Credit cash for $8,000. Okay, I see how they did that. And then they did the journal entry. So every business transaction, there's a journal entry involved. So the general journal entry, it says journal. Date, November 30th. Description, prepaid rent. Debit, $8,000. Cash, credit, $8,000. Prepaid, December, January rent in advance. Check 1,004. Okay. Recording December transactions in the general journal. Eli Consulting Services opened for business on December 1st. Let's review the transactions that occurred in December. Refer to the items G through what? G through L? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. G through L. In Chapter 3, for analysis of each transaction. We not about to do all that. Not right now, man. I'm low key. I thought the Red Bull was gonna give me, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of boost, but I've been up since 4 a.m. I've been up since 4 a.m. I wonder if y'all can hear the commotion. I didn't even see if the live stream was. Let me see, man. I didn't even check. I usually check. Speed, ISO Speed in Morocco. Man, he all over the world. Man, that's inspiration, man. Speed, he global. Speed global, international. He just fed a random person. Bro, he just fed a random person. Man, ISO Speed global. That's inspiring. I ain't gonna lie. That's inspiring, you know. And he younger than me. But I ain't never hate on nobody. That's inspiring. I don't care if he younger than me or not. That's inspiring. And that's something that I strive to do You know, I don't care how long it take. You know what I mean? I don't care how long it take. You know, we doing the same thing. I'm doing the same thing. You know, I'm doing the same thing. It's just right now, this is my focus right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. It's already 9 o'clock. 9:04. Let's see. Preparing compound entries. Okay, wait a minute. So they wanted me to recording December transaction in a general journal. Let's review the transactions that occurred in December. Refer to items G through L in chapter 3 for analysis of each transaction. They want me to go back to chapter 3 and Nah. Look, we gotta keep it pushing, man. I'm just trying to read the chapter real quick because we still on chapter 4, but it's a lot of, they showing me the general journal, so it's a lot of charts right now that I'm looking at. Yeah, I don't even know if y'all can see that. Charts. I'm almost done with chapter 4. I ain't gonna lie, I got some. Damn, I got some work to do. This is like a yeah. They got me doing some homework. You know, like, you know how after the chapter you got like you know what I mean, questions to answer, homework to do, like different problems, or they giving me different scenarios. It said problem set A, recording transactions in a general journal. I'm gonna have to do this though. I can't cheat myself. Reading court. See, I gotta go through all this. Problem set B. So yep. I'm gonna have to. It's a lot. That's a lot. I'm just trying to read the chapter though. But I'm gonna have to practice. Bruh. Okay, man. They over there throwing ass, and I'm over here reading a book. I ain't judging. I'm just saying, do you see the duality? You don't even see it. They across the street. I'm across the street. It's a duality going on right over here. On a Saturday, May 30th. I ain't gonna lie, man. How long I been live? About an hour, 20 minutes. I didn't even check. Hold on, let me see. Where I'm at. Where I'm at though. Yo. I'm not even in my own algorithm. Am I even live? Yo, am I even live? Bro. Yo. I gotta go with way more content. I gotta put myself in the algorithm. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Like, I type my own name in and I don't see myself, bro. No, we gotta go with way more content, bro. We gotta go with way more content. Here I go. Hey, you. Alright. We gotta go with way more content, bro. I mean, we gotta go way more content, you know what I'm saying? We got a long way to go, really. And it's gonna take time, but I'm just saying, like, we definitely gonna be more refined in time, you know what I mean? We definitely, you know what I'm saying? More quality content on the way. We gotta keep putting we gotta put in more reps. We gotta put in more reps. But I gotta get to the point where you type in my name, I should be in the algorithm. Simple. I'm not in the algorithm. Like, when you type in my name, I need to be in the algorithm. You know what I mean? And that's what it needs to be. Bro, it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. Let's finish off chapter 4, man. I might cut the live. I said I said I was going to read chapter 5. Let me see, because chapter 4, 5. Then chapter 5, let me see. Damn. Damn. Oh my God. Nah. Yo. I ain't even about to show that. Let me finish off reading chapter 4. And honestly, Donnie, are you going to chop up chapter 5 on stream or off stream? Are you going to do it off stream? Or are you going to play yourself? Man, this shit a lot, bro. I got to stare at these charts and, bro, this shit going to take more than 3 hours, bro. This shit going to, bro. Fuck! And she want me to do an assignment on chapter 5, really. You know why? I'm behind on my reading. If I was caught up with my reading, I wouldn't be stressing out like this. I'm behind on my reading. I got submitted a discussion post on chapter 5. You know what, man? I don't give a fuck if that shit late. Man, be honest with you. I'm spazzing out. I think I have anxiety right now. I'm overstimulated. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I haven't even finished chapter 4, bro. I'm over here, bro. I'm live. Yo, I'm having a dilemma live. Man, if only y'all could see what I see. I promise you. If only y'all could see what I see. Yo, they packed up and got the fuck up out of there. Yo, these niggas hanging out the... Yo! If only y'all could see what I can see. What time is it? It's 9:14. Bro, this is not GTA 6. You got niggas hot. You got niggas out the window. Literally. Y'all got niggas out the window. This is not GTA 6. Yo, they all, bro. Hey. Anyway, I might just cut. That nigga too fat to be hanging out the window. Yeah, man. Bro, I'm glad I'm solo dolo, man. I'm glad I'm solo dolo, bro. I'm not about to be following no crowd. I'm not about to be following no crowd. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to be following nobody. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If only y'all could see what I saw. That niggas, y'all, they crazy. The way they pulled off. Why they hanging out the window like, bro, it ain't even that serious. It ain't that, they hanging out the window, dude. He too fat to even, you know what I'm saying, get his belly out the window. Like, bro, you gonna get stuck in that, you gonna get stuck. Anyway, I'm glad they having fun, though. I'm glad they having fun. I'm glad they having fun, though. You know what I mean? If they having fun, they still... Bro, how many times y'all gonna spin the block? This nigga... Bro, bro, if only y'all can see what I can see, bro. He hanging... Bro, buddy... Bro, he planking out the window, bro. Bro, he, like... His belly, like, holding him out the window, like... Bro. Bro. Anyway. I might just cut this live. That's how I'm feeling, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I might just cut this live. Am I gonna leave this live up, man? I'm... Right now, bro... I know I gotta go through this, though. Man, this is a lot. This is a lot, bro. This is a lot, bro. Preparing compound entries. So far, each journal entry consists of 1 debit, 1 credit. Some transactions require a compound entry. A journal entry that contains more than 1 debit or credit in a compound entry record. Compound entry. A journal entry that contains more than 1 debit or credit. In a compound entry, record all debits first, followed by the credits. When Allstate purchased an insurance division of C&A Financial Corporation, Allstate paid cash and issued a 10-year note payable. A promise to pay. Detailed accounting records are not available to the public, but a compound journal entry was probably used to record this transaction. It's showing me the journal entry. Okay. Now that I'm looking at it, it's not that bad. Now that I'm looking at it, it's not that bad. It got dark. It done got late. It's 9 o'clock. Suppose that on November 7th, Eli Consulting Services purchased the equipment for $5,000. Trey and Ellie paid $2,500 in cash and agreed to pay the balance in 30 days. This transaction is analyzed below. Okay. Okay, so I finished section 1 of chapter 4. I finished section 1 of chapter 4. I still have section 2, and that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. Only in Flint, you gonna see a station wagon on dubs, chrome, with sound systems, skirting off the block. This a main road where, man, people crazy. On this road right here, it's a lot of action. It's a main road. This road go, how far do this road go? If I take this road all the way down, so let me think. If I take this road all the way down, yeah, it's going to end up ending. It ends. But it ends a ways. What road is that? I don't even know what road it is. I might have to take. It been a minute since I took that route. Because it been a minute since I took that route. You know what I mean? If I go this way, I usually go this way anyway, you know what I mean? Anyway, man, I'm in a daze right now. I've been up since 4 a.m. I'm low-key in a daze right now. I got yard work to do tomorrow. It's 9 o'clock. It's 9:22. What time is it? Saturday? I said what time it is. I'm in a daze, bro. Yeah. Yep. Well, I think I'm about to cut it. Real talk. We could always resume tomorrow. Even though I got an assignment due tonight, bro, I'm saying fuck it. Live. Bro, you keeping this live up? Bro, I'm flipping through these pages, bro, this is a lot of information though, man. This is a lot of information. And I can't just skip to chapter 5. I gotta finish chapter 4. Even if I'm late on my assignment, I'm not gonna get full points, but I could still get, you know what I mean, at least, you know, more than half. You know what I mean? I might not get the full points, but I get more than half. All right, bro. I'm about to cut this live. I'm not even gonna feel bad about it. At least I went live. I read chapter 4, section 1. I gotta tap into section 2. You know, I'm gonna even have to hop into, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to hop into my own journal and take some notes on this. That's inevitable. I'm gonna have to do that. That's why I got the journal in the first place. I knew that. Yeah, I'm not even gonna beat myself up about it. You know what I mean? Like I just feel myself like I'm just a little bit hazy right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little bit daisy right now. We'll pick it up tomorrow, you know what I mean? We'll pick it up tomorrow. I know I got yard work tomorrow to do too, so you know, it's gonna be that and accounting, you know what I mean? It's gonna be that and reading, open up the book, reading. And I'm just glad I went live. I know this live might be so choppy. When I say choppy, I mean like just how I'm chopping it up with the camera. You know what I'm saying? I might be all over the place. It's cool though, you know. This I need to do this anyway. I need to do this. Because another thing, I haven't went up with no routine. I haven't done no pull-ups, no dips, no diamonds, no squats. It been about 2 weeks now. Bro. I ain't did no routines. No routine. I ain't shot no pool. What else I be into? Anyway, this is a new scene for me. I'm going to keep it going, though. I'm going to keep doing this, too. You know. And we chopping up accounting day by day. I just got to give myself, you know what I mean, at least, like, a cool... I went up, this about like an hour, 40-minute live. If I could do that every day, like 1 or 2 hours, really, like an hour 30 minutes, hour 45 minutes, damn near 2 hours of focusing on accounting, focus on this book, reading chapter, going through the workbooks and the inner chapter workbooks, and you know what I mean, just keeping up with this accounting. You know, over time you would surprise yourself how far you would get. And like I said, I don't even know where I'm taking it. But, you know, just applying yourself. This is not just school, though. This is not just school. I'm just talking about, like, I'm actually going to apply this in life, you know. You're going to surprise yourself. I don't even think you know what I'm saying, the amount of value that this will have on your life. And I ain't going to lie. We gonna keep it going. Yeah, it's getting late. I think I'm gonna rest up, get my rest. I don't think I mean, what else is there for me to do? I think I'm gonna just, you know what I mean, just go ahead and get my rest. It done got late. What is it? It's 9:30. It done got late. We really started around like 7:40. We started reading around 8. You know, we hopped into around 8. So I probably gave it a good hour. In between that, just chopping it up, talking. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up, though. It's been real. All I can say is there will be many more lives to come. There will be many more lives to come. That's all I could truly say. There will be many more lives to come. I'm not going to take this down. I'm going to just leave it up. You know, I might look back on this or listen to it, be like, yo, I might learn something. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna feel bad about myself, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna feel bad. You know, at least I went live. At least I, you know what I'm saying? At least I went through chapter 4, section 1. We gonna resume. That's all. That's the best that I could say. We will resume. We will finish. You know, and no, I didn't. No, I'm gonna just keep it real. No, I'm not about to submit my discussion post tonight. It's due tonight, but I just don't feel comfortable or confident enough to say like, all right, bet, let me just cram this and submit it before 11:59. I'd rather just submit it late and really just focus on really getting through these chapters, reading all the material, then saying, okay, let me hop into this discussion post and, you know what I mean, make a, you know what I mean, real, and not use AI and really give it a good shot, you know what I mean? Even if I get partial credit, but I don't want to cheat. I don't want to, because look, I ain't about to worry about that shit tonight. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't worried about that shit tonight. And with that being said, I'm gonna end this live off by saying this. And I'm talking to myself. I need to tap in with my personal journals. I need to recenter my mind, recenter my focus. And, you know what I mean, just, you know, I have a lot of energy, but I feel like I'm doing a lot, and at the same time I'm not doing nothing at all, meaning that I feel like I'm all over the place. So, you know, I just need to, you know what I mean, really just take a step back and just, you know what I mean, tune into my personal journals and really truly zone in the areas that I truly want to focus on and truly want to, you know what I mean, put my energy into and know that, like, it's a priority. For example, my calisthenics, my work, my routine, you know what I mean? Okay, it been 2 weeks. I probably done did a couple sets, some dips or something with my dip bar in the crib. But other than that, nothing too crazy though, you know what I'm saying? So I know I gotta hop into a routine, you know what I mean? And, you know, I know I have the energy. I know I have more energy. I know I have, you know what I mean, a new-founded type of energy, you know what I mean? And I really don't want it to go to waste, you know what I mean? So I really wanted to, you know, I really want to apply this new-founded energy that I've been, you know what I'm saying, that you know, that just, you know, look, the best way I could put it is like, my focus, time, energy. Man, look. Honestly, bro, you could tell that I'm out of it. I'm out of it. I don't even know when to end the live. I don't even know when to end the live. I stay live all night just like this. Yeah. That's that. It's been real. Donnie loves sweet potato pie. Bye.